this problem that I had always just pieces of paper and Post-its and notes everywhere. Hey everyone, I'm gonna do just a little different kind of video today because I think that this is such a cool way to keep track of your time and all the things you need to do, whether it's your personal life or your business life. I think this can be major helpful. Today I am going to talk about bullet journaling. Now, I have a lot of things to keep track of myself because life and business, and being that I have my own business, I have to track things even more. And I have this problem that I had always just pieces of paper and Post-its and notes everywhere. It's my pending file of things that I need to get done. And I have more pending files of things to get done. You know, this is my office, which is actually very clean right now. And so I have, you know, my amulets and my ceremonial tools that I am creating for my Etsy store and my clients. And of course there's my work area there. And then this is my other work area where I handle finances and things like that. And I mean, I'm not even showing you my whole office, but closets full of files and just all kinds of stuff. I just have a lot to keep track of. And normally I have a ton of little Post-it notes that either I lose or, I lose them, misplace them, or forget about them, and then things don't get done. So that's why I want to talk about this bullet journal, because I have people asking me for suggestions from my different private groups or my mentoring people that I'm helping grow their businesses, or people that I'm doing even spiritual counseling or healing on. They ask me different ways to help them keep organized. This is called a bullet journal, and you can find lots of videos on YouTube about it. People do it in all different ways, but there's a basic format to it, and I started doing it for the first time this year because I used to get planners. Well, it's a journal, but to me it's a planner and a journal, I guess. And I could never keep up with it because it didn't really hold all my stuff. And I didn't need anything for a calendar because I actually have a calendar in my phone that I use. So it's more about collecting all the information that I'm collecting all the time. I'm always like multitasking and collecting information for different webinars or changing things in my business or attending a meeting, whatever. So it gets really overwhelming. And I tell you, this has been the best experience that I've had, and it's so helpful. So I'm just doing a video on this today, and this can be useful for anyone, really. So you get any empty journal, okay? I prefer one with these rings because I like to be able to fold it like this and write on both sides. If you get one that's like a book, you can't really do that, and it's really annoying. It makes it easier to write for me like this. Most people who do bullet journal, they do this one, and I don't know, I can't even pronounce the name, but I'm going to put a link in the description below. But they make sure it's bound. It doesn't have this kind of metal thing, but the pages do lay open. But still, for me, it's really handy for me to be able to open it and just use one side. So that was my first thing. And the other thing I wanted lines. Some people like books with graph lines, and I just thought that that was too much. But I did want some lines in there. Okay, so I went and I found this. I was looking at Michael's for things, and I couldn't find one in Michael's, but I found this at Staples supply store. So that's where I got it. This was not on there. These are all stickers that I put on here just to personalize it. And this is my drawer of different stickers and flags and things that I use in my bullet journal. it can be as plain or as fancy as you want it. I don't put too much fancy into it because I don't have time. But I do have, you know, I did spend some time setting it up and making it the way I wanted to start it out. So I add anything in here I added to it. And, you know, it's a little bit inspiration for me. And then it's nice to work on things that look nice or cute, however you want to, you know, dress it up. So basically, you have to have an index because you're going to keep track of all of the things that are in here by putting page numbers so you can find it. Now, the key to this journal is it's whatever you want to put in it on whatever page is next. So everything, it's not like this is all where I keep my calendars. You do it every day and you build upon it. So the index is hugely important. And I keep this little tab because sometimes I get busy and I don't have time to index it yet. So I know when I get to this page to write anything, that once I'm there, that has not been indexed yet. So, you know, I might get a few pages in and then come do it. I don't really wait long. I like to do it as I go, but you know, it might be, I might do 3 or 4 pages before I index, depending on how busy I am. But you label the top, and I like to put this, it's called washi tape, on the top. And actually, I think I'm going to put it on the side too, because it's easier to find those pages when you're looking at it. Washi tape. That's how much I know. These are different tapes that you can use to make borders or decorate in whatever way you want. So, washi tape. I didn't know what that was. They kept talking about it in the videos when I was watching it, but that's what it's called. I really like this stuff. I actually had some, and I didn't know that that's what it was called, because I've done like affirmation books and stuff like that where I have dressed things up. So anyway, I put this index here, and I did a few pages like this just to make sure I had enough space to get all that in, but normally you wouldn't save space. The other standard thing that you would want is to have the key, okay? Girl boss at work, that's me. And so this is the typical key that you would use. What this part of this bullet journal does is helps you stay on your tasks. And there's ways to move things to the next day if you did not complete a task. So this is the task. Okay, so this is how you identify what your tasks are, with this dot. If you completed it, you put an X. If you need to migrate it to another day because you didn't finish it, you can migrate it. And this symbol is for more important. This is for less important. If you have a cross out, it means it's irrelevant or deleted. 0, oh, I haven't done that. Duh. That's event, note, priority or urgent, and research needed. So this is new to me, and I totally forgot about these. Duh. I've been using these though. So I will definitely keep up on that. So anyway, I just made a little fancy thing. Not that fancy, but you don't even have to do that. You can just write key so you remember. And then what you include is always going to be up to you, and that's why I watch several different styles of people on YouTube, because I just want to see what people are doing. This I really like because since you don't make things ahead of time, you would not have these calendars for the month, and this is a year at a glance. And what I did is I got these little stickers, and some people actually draw out the calendars. Now, I will never be sitting here drawing a calendar. Are you kidding me? That would drive me nuts. So I have it here for the rest of the year, and I have the washi tape along here so I can find those fast when I'm looking for it. So you see how I did that? And so I have them for the year. See, so what I'm doing here is when I'm planning something ahead of time, I can go ahead and put it here as a place marker so I keep the dates. And So when I get to, when I'm planning May, that I already have something going on here. So that's how I keep my schedule for ahead of time. I'll just go here and note things. So that's really helpful. I really like this. So that was a good thing. There's some things I put in here that maybe I won't continue to do, but when I was first creating this, I was putting things that I thought I would like. So here's my yearly bucket list, and it's yearly and seasonal. And so look what I said, look, turn the page, because there's more on this side. So this is my bucket list for this year, and I could probably add more things. It's not, I guess my bucket list isn't only traveling, but if you know me, traveling is a big thing. And then I actually took this page, this bucket list thing, from this really cool book. I found this at Michael's, and it's called The Bucket List, and they have all different types, and they just have all these different kinds of, you know, formats that you can use to put inside. You know, you could just use this book if you wanted, or I just pull out the pages and put it in my bullet journal. So I really love this. It was so cool because it really stimulates my thinking. And then I got it in here by washi tape. I just used that to attach it into my book. And then here's how I can break it down by season, like when is the best time to go to these places. So I haven't decided when I'm going or if I'm going, but I put like when are the best times of the year to go, so I can kind of figure out if it's even going to be doable. And then I have a whole page here that I can write notes if I want. So I really think that's cool. And then I'm actually numbering the pages, but I do it every other page like that. And then that's how you do it, you know, put this stuff in your journal. So then I love this one. It's very useful for me. It's the front burner page. And so those are the things that I really need to get done sooner the better. So as you can see, I have a lot on my front burner. And you know, what does that say? You can do anything, but you cannot do everything. Well, these things I've got to find places for, and I'm working on it. And so you can see some of them I've already taken care of. So a lot of these I am working on right now, and those are going to be, this is an important sheet that I always refer to see what I can fit in to my week calendar. So I did leave an extra couple sheets because I figured I would use that a lot. This is my back burner, which has nothing on it. That's not good. What does that tell you about my workload? I have a lot that I need to get done. And I just put this little sticker, a year from now, you'll wish you would have started today, meaning if you keep putting it on the back burner, it's not getting done. That's why everything's on my front burner, I guess, or I'm just behind. So I just put a couple pages for that. But normally I'm not saving pages because I could put back burner and front burner back here if I need more space. And that's what you're meant to do, actually. This is just my little unspeakable, maybe I could do this, I would really like to do this. You know, little things in my head like, oh, my own little personal, yes, that would be awesome. And this is what I put on there recently. I think it's possible. And I love this sticker. Yeah. So that's my little page of dreams. And okay, so then I decided at this point that I was going to do a monthly calendar at the beginning, and I just got this off Time and Date online. And I liked it because it has the moon cycles on it. And, you know, manifesting with moon cycles, that's important. Of course, it has the holidays. And when I was putting it in here, now people most of them draw their own calendar. Again, I will never do that. I just don't have the patience or time, or I don't care about it. And I probably don't even need it because, as you see, I haven't written on it. But I like I said, the moon cycles and stuff, just to have it. The other thing that I found out that was really cool about this is when I folded it, I was running out of room on this bottom line, and I had folded it shorter to match the page, which would be okay. But then I realized leave it that way, because look how it sticks up a little bit further than the other pages. Every month where the new month starts, I'll have like a divider. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. I could put washi tape on there, but I'm not going to. So in this drawer, I think I had pre-printed all of the calendars for the year. So I kind of cheated on that. Not really, because you can't put it in your journal, but at least I can have them ready, right? I don't have to go print it out every time. So I have that ready to go. So I'll probably keep doing that. And then we get into January. So this is my monthly bucket list. So this is out of that bucket list book that I showed you already. This is another one of the things that they have. And so for the month of January, what adventures do I want to do? What foods do I want to try? What people I want to see? What acts of kindness? I guess I should list something there. I'm always doing acts of kindness. That's just part of me. And then this side, I love it because it just has these little words to keep your mind thinking. And it's really good if you want to change, like shift your life. Like if you want to manifest something in your life, or you want something to change in your life, the way to do that is to keep doing different things in your life to open your energy so you can receive. If you keep doing your life the same way that you always do your life's going to keep being the same way. So if there's anything you want different, anything you want better, anything you want changed in your life, you have to like keep your life fresh and doing different things. And like these things aren't big things, like play my flute. I haven't been playing my flute, so I'm going to do that more. I'm going to eat more salads. I'm going to go to local activities, and I've been doing all of these things. I want to plan the India Women's Retreat that I'm going to have this year. I'm going to enjoy resting regular hours. I filled in things, and these are like things that you can fold into your everyday list. It just brings awareness. Like I could be thinking, you know what? I'm going to play my flute more, but I might just forget that I said that. But if I write it down, it becomes more of a conscious thing, you know? It's really important to do these kind of things. And I love this because it just gets your mind stimulated and thinking about different things. And so I stuck that in with the washi tape here. Again, see, that tape is so cute. And so I stuck that in with that, and I have room that I can make notes here if I want. And then I put a page for my January goals, and it says, what are you waiting for? And I have these cute little paper clips because these are pages that I need to refer back to for a little bit. And so these are my goals for this month, okay? So between these goals and my front burner, I'm always referring to these pages each week to see where I can fit things in, okay? And then this is where I really do a lot of my work. So this is every week I just do 2 pages to do every day of the week. I count out 9 lines so it's even. I put the date. And then you can see I started using these symbols, okay? And moving things around and see where, well, the X's are done. That's kind of done, but it needs more. But then I even put a little yellow highlighter where I really need to pay attention. This day I was stressed out. Oh my gosh. Now it doesn't say that I did anything that day, but I was I did work. I was totally working. And I was just sitting here like, oh my God, I was upset. I was stressed, crying. I was like, what is wrong with me? It was so weird. You know those days where you just don't know why you are feeling so overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed. Now, if you watch my videos, that can happen for a lot of reasons. I think I was shifting, I was releasing. So it was a good thing, but I was having such a hard day, and so I went into my little folder thing with all my stickers, and I was in here looking for something else on something I was working with, and so I was looking for something, and I ran into this sticker, and I pulled it out, and I stuck it on this day like, relax, Cindy, come on, relax. Of course, I didn't relax, I was working, but I needed to feel better. So yeah, I had my moment. So anyway, yeah, so just like I'm going to show you my other one. So okay, I'll show you more of these symbol things as we go along. So basically you can see what got done and what didn't get done, and yeah, it's really good. You're not, I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So as I was working on this week, so as you're working, other things come up during the week. And so I was working on my travel site information. I'm always looking for my hotel membership numbers, like my Marriott, my Hilton, Starwood. And I'm like, I do have them on a Post-it on my computer, so that's not good. I just wanted to put them in one place where I could find them without having to go somewhere and look. So I just listed them in here. And then I put it in my index. And let's look at this index for a minute. So the index has my key, my year at a glance, my bucket list, my front burner, my back burner, my maybe. And then I get into January. So anything that's like going to be a monthly thing, I'll do it like this so I can find those easily. So my monthly calendar, my bucket list, my goals, and then my weeks. So that thing I just showed you of my weekly calendar, they're on page 23 and 22. So my weekly will be page 22. Now I'm on page 38. That's my second week. And then I'll have my third week and my fourth week on here. And then what I was just showing you was my travel site info is on this page. It shows some webinars that I have been watching that I have notes on. And then, you know, I want topics for my videos and my vlogs. So whatever might come up to my mind, normally I would grab a piece of paper or a Post-it and just write a note. Now I can put everything in this book so I can always find it. And then, you know, I decided I wanted to make a list of all my past journeyers on the different trips I've been on. So, you know, keeping track of that, because as I do more trips, I know who's been on what, and they might be interested in some of the other trips. And then I put some information on a conference I'm going to. Put my little sticker there. Good things are going to happen. And so, you know, I can keep track of all of that. This is a webinar that I watched that I just wanted to take some notes on. And this is another webinar that I wanted to take notes on. And so all of these are indexed. So this is more webinars that I looked at. This is some notes I took for my spiritual teaching, mentoring pre-questions that I wanted to refresh my list. And I was working on something else, but then all these ideas came in. So I started writing those down. And then now I'm on my second week. So see how any random thing can come up, okay? But it doesn't matter because you have your index. So here's my second week where my whole schedule is. So the X's mean I've done them already. If you see like this, it means that it came from here. I didn't get it done, so I had to move it here. And the thing is that and then some things that I canceled, I decided I didn't want to go. The only thing is, I'm going to go back to the key. This is how it starts out. I'm sorry if this video seems kind of discombobulated, but it's hard to explain this because it's a different sort of format, but hopefully you're getting what I'm putting down. So it starts as a task, but if you didn't get it done that day, then you have to migrate it to the next day. And the key to this bullet journal is you only migrate it 3 times. If you haven't done it the 3rd day, then you decide you're either going to do it that day or you're going to delete the task. That's how you keep things cleaned up and you keep moving. You got to decide, you haven't done it for 3 days. Is it really that important or is it not that important? Okay. If you complete it, you put an X. So these are, I've really been using these above. I mean, I've been going to events and I've made priority too. But I put that as a dot. Doesn't matter, whatever. Anyway, these are the ones I've been mostly using. But I like the process that if you don't get it done after 3 migrations, do you need it or do you want it or is it important? So as you see, this is the page that I'm working on. So I have this cute little paper clip. And this is the last week and there's things in here. There's like 1 thing or 2 things that I actually put in the next week. And so I want to make sure I tab this because that means I need to make sure I get those things done because they're important. So that's how I'm kind of keeping track of it. And then, okay, here we go. Topics for blogs and videos. So I started a list of things that I'm going to talk about. And another webinar, screencasting secrets. So this is all business stuff. When I'm doing these webinars, they're things to help me with my business. Some programs I'm going to launch actually has some really cool things coming up. So this is like all brainstorming. This is not like I'm doing, actually I wrote this down and then I said, what did I say? I don't think so. So I decided I didn't want that. But here's more notes of things that I'm going to be offering. My free webinar I'm going to be offering coming up. So yeah, then I still have all of this. So I hope you're getting, I mean, that was kind of a long explanation, but it takes time to explain it. And, like I said, you can get as creative with it or as boring with it as you want. Like I save things like this that I might want to put in there. I have these stickers I showed you. I have this book. These are those flags. These were from these calendars. I think there's still some stuff in here. These are what I send to my clients when I send them packages. The washi tape. I have these little flag things. I have all kinds of stuff, but yeah, basically this is what I'm using and it's really, really super helpful for somebody that has to multitask like I do. Seriously, this has been a lifesaver. I wish I knew about it before. It is keeping me so focused. I'm getting so much more done because I have what I need here. It's telling me exactly what I need to be doing, what I need to be focusing on, what I need to be adding to my schedule. I have been like a ninja at my work this year. So it's super exciting. And, I don't keep my client appointments in here. I mean, I might put that I have 2 healings because I have that in the morning. I might have that, or I might say, oh, I have to do a reading. But I keep all my client appointments in my phone, the details of them, but I might make a note in here. But that is it, folks. I'm telling you, if you need a system, especially if you're self-employed, this is the ticket. It has been awesome. I will always do this now. I will never do anything else as far as planners or journals or whatever. It's the bomb. So I hope you guys found that useful, and I will be back to regular type videos next week. And oh, P.S. I am doing a free webinar coming up. I actually mentioned it already because it's in my planner. And it's going to be 3 ways to change things in your life That whatever you want to fix in your life, change, get rid of, get better, so you can have a better life. I'm going to be offering a free webinar on that, and if you are live on the webinar, you'll get a chance to be in a drawing to win a free giveaway. So go to the description in this video below and click on my website, and there will be a pop-up to sign up for my newsletter. Make sure you go do that, because then you'll get notified of the free webinar ahead of time, and you can get on that list to attend free to get your free giveaway. Or if you can't attend live and you want the very valuable information on simple tips to be able to change things that are bothering in your life, there will be a replay, but it will only be up for a certain amount of time and then it will go down. So make sure you click on my website link below. Get on my mailing list. There's a pop-up that comes on when you go to my website, or right at the bottom of my banner at the top, there's a place where you can get onto my newsletter list. Get onto my email list so you can get the announcements, so you can take advantage of that. I'd love to have you there. So that's just a quick little heads up on that. I'm putting that together right now. I'm going to send out the information to my newsletter actually today about it, but get on my newsletter list because I will be announcing the details later on. All right, everyone, lots of love. I hope you've had a great week. And also put in the comments below any topic that you would like to hear about on future videos, because I'm collecting that information right now, as you see in my bullet journal. I'd love to do some videos on topics that you'd be interested in hearing about, because that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about, baby. And let me just say one thing. Say thank you for what's on the way to you. Go meet it halfway. That is some really great advice right there. Okay, everyone. See you next week. Peace out.